All right, so this is part two here. If you're looking at how to solve number five, okay, so we just said they gave us the mean absolute deviation, which is 1.5, and then it says the difference between the mode number. Okay, so we need to find the mode for both, which is pretty easy since it's a dot plot. So the mode here would be 24, and the mode on this one would be 13, so the most often. So the difference between the mode, which means I'm going to subtract them, okay, which would give me 11. And then it says is approximately how many times the mean absolute deviation, which means I want to divide by the mean absolute deviation. So I'm going to do 11 divided by 1.5, which gives me about 7.3. So it's approximately 7. Okay, so for number 6, they give me a double box and whisker plot, and it's asking me to find these different values. So for gym A, the minimum would be 5. The maximum, or sorry, the minimum would be 4. Okay, so looking at the minimum would be 4. The maximum would be 10. The lower quartile would be 5. The upper quartile is 8. And the median would be 6. Okay, for gym B, the minimum is 2, the maximum is 14, the lower quartile is 4, the upper quartile is 10, and the median is 7. Okay, so the interquartile range, I would be taking for the first one 8 minus 5, so the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, which gives me 3. And for gym B, I would be taking the upper quartile, which is 10, minus the lower quartile, which is 4, to get 6. Part B said if 80 gymnasts were surveyed in both gyms, how many practice less than 8 hours a week in gym A? So if I go back up to gym A and look at 8 hours a week, and it says less than, so again, each section here is 25%. So this is 25%, 25%, 25%. So that's 75% of the 80 gymnasts. So 75%, 0.75 times 80 would give me 60 gymnasts. Okay, so for C, if 80 gymnasts were surveyed in both gyms, how many practice more than 10 hours a week in gym B? So gym B, more than 10 hours a week would be 25% of the data. So I would do 25% of 80. So 0.25 or 1/4 of 80, which gives me 20 gymnasts. All right. So last problem here. Okay, so they give me a double stem and leaf plot talking about two copiers. Very exciting. So which statement can be concluded from the data? So it's talking about the range and the median. So that means I'm going to actually have to go through and find the range and the median for each of these. So this first one, if I look at the key and look how to read this, okay, so it says this side 52, this side is 51. So I know the range here would be 82 would be my largest minus 33. Okay, so that gives me a range of 49. Okay, and then again, I want to find the median. So if I go through and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there's 10 data points, which means my median is going to be between, I'm going to count to number 5. So start with the lowest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 61. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I'm going to go from the largest. So 82 to 78, 78, 76, 75. So my median is going to be between 75 and 61. And so I'm going to add those up and divide by 2, and that will give me a median of 68. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for copier 2. So the range for copier 2, my smallest data point here is 48, and my largest is 107. So I'm just going to subtract them to get the range of 59. Okay, my median would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So between 80 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 56. Okay, so 80 plus 56. And again, divide that in 2. And that would also give me 68. Okay, so if I look at my choices, the range for copier 1 is greater? No. Okay, the range for copier 2 is greater than the range for copier 1. Yes. And that says the median is greater, the median, okay, so the medians are the same, so C and D would not work out. Okay, so this would be all of the answers for the review worksheet. So again, if there was one that you didn't understand, hopefully you were able to listen to the explanation and it made it a little bit more clear. All right, hope everybody's doing well and staying safe and healthy. Bye.